Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be strictly informative. I'm going to make this as short and sweet as I can while explaining as much as I can in that time frame. I know there's going to be a lot of new WRX owners coming up because everyone's kind of upset about everything that Cobb did with the access port and the flex fuel and that sort of thing. And a lot of people went out and sold their WRXs. The used car market is at an all-time high as of making this video, and everyone's selling out their cars. And so there's going to be a lot of people buying used WRXs in the next few months, year, and as well as the new 2022 WRX is a big deal. So I know there's going to be a lot of new platform guys, the new VB chassis, the 2022 plus WRX. There's going to be a lot of questions about tuning on that car as well, and these are going to apply to you guys. As long as the access port stays the same, and we're still getting a V3 access port, which I don't see Cobb switching to a V4 anytime soon, and even if they do, the process is going to be very much the same. So today we are talking about tuning, and specifically today, e-tuning. What an e-tune is rather than take your car to a tuner, physically put it on a dyno and let them have the car for a few hours and making adjustments, rather they're doing it remotely. So you don't have to drive an hour down the road or 3 hours down the road, however far your local tuner is, to get your car tuned. And that's very beneficial for people like me or anyone really who just isn't near a local tuner, or at least someone reputable that they want to go to. And so it makes that easier. Now you don't have to travel so far. You don't have to put your car on a trailer and drive it there. So let's go ahead and just kick this off. We'll start with step one, and step one is find a tuner. What you want to do is find a good, reputable tuner, somebody that you trust, somebody that has good reviews and you know is well-versed on the platform. With the new FA24 platform coming out for the 2022 WRX, I know most of the FA20 tuners are going to be able to tune that car no problem. It's a very, very, very similar platform. So what you'll end up doing, find your tuner. I'm tuned personally by Fat Body Tuning, Ron Watson at Fat Body. He's a great guy. He knows his stuff, and he's been tuning all my WRXs, and he's done a phenomenal job. No complaints whatsoever there, and all of it has been e-tuned. I know there's a lot of other good tuners out there. I'm just shouting out my tuner because he's the one that I trust. And step two is going to be checking out their website and contacting them. And the reason I say checking out their website is you want to look through their website and figure out if there's anything that they do not tune for. This is important because if you install all these parts on your car and you're dead set on this tuner, and then you're like, hey, I got all these parts, and they're like, wait a minute, I'm not okay tuning on this part, so I'm not going to tune your vehicle. You don't want to run into that situation. So go on their website, figure out if there's anything that they won't tune for or anything special that you need to do. If it's not listed on their website, go ahead, shoot the tuner an email and just be like, hey, I have this 2022 WRX FA24. Here's the mods that I'm planning on doing, and just see if they're okay with that. Buy the tune around the same time that you're getting the parts. And I say this because most tuners have a window of opportunity. They'll give you like 30 days to get the tune done, and if you don't get the tune done in that time frame, they stop the service. So you're going to pay one fee to get the car tuned, and if you're not quick enough with it, and don't be scared because 30 days is a long time to get the car tuned, but you want to make sure that you're not drawing that out longer than it needs to be by waiting to install parts. So if you buy your tune and you've yet to install your parts, and then it takes you a week to get the parts, and then it takes you a week to install the parts, you just lost half your time already. Buy the parts you want, and then the day before they're about to show up, you buy your tune. So then the tuner is going to send you your first email, and that is usually going to be an instruction sheet and your first map, your base map. And what that is a map that's going to be ready for the parts that you have, and it's just going to be essentially the bare minimum requirements to make your car run with those parts. You're not going to experience any extra power. Your car is actually going to be down on power from stock, and it's basically just to get you safely around the neighborhood with the parts that are installed on your car. You want to install your parts and then install that map. And the way you do that is you take your access port. You plug it into your computer. It's going to bring up the access port tuner software, and then you're going to have your access port manager. You're going to open it up. You're going to go to your email. You're going to download the file that they sent you. You're going to drag that file over to your access port manager and drop it into your tune section. Then you're going to put the access port back into your car. You're going to go down to your tune menu. You're going to hit reflash. You're going to flash that tune to the car. You're going to let that sit for 15 seconds. Then you can start up your car. You can safely drive it and do everything that you need to do. And then the tuner is going to require you to do a log. Usually on your first map, it's just going to be a cruise log, nothing fancy. You're going to go driving around for a little bit and just send them the data back. But how you're going to do your log is bring up your gauges menu. After you have your gauges menu set up, all you want to do is press the middle button on your access port and it'll start data logging. What this is going to do is give the tuner all the information they need to know that your car is doing good. Whatever the tuner instructs you to do is how you're going to create this log, especially the time frame. They usually want like a 2-minute log. So you'll do all of that. After your log is finished, you'll press the middle button on the access port again when you want the log to stop. Then you will remove your access port from the vehicle once you get home, plug it in, and then go to your data log section. When you go to your data log section, it's going to bring up a list of all of the data logs that you have processed, and then they're going to show up right there on the screen. And then you drag that data log out of the access port and you put it onto your desktop somewhere. After you do that, then you open up your email, you attach that data log to your email, to your tuner, and you send it over. Now, this is the main process. This is just going to repeat over and over and over again. Your tuner is then going to send you a second map that's going to be a little bit revised based off of the data that you sent them. So they're going to send you a new map with maybe the same instruction. They're just going to say load this up and repeat. So you're going to do the exact same thing again. That's really the basis of this. And so you're going to go out, you're going to do probably 10, I would say 10 or more of these logs. And it's going to get really repetitive, but you're going to feel the car slowly getting faster each time. And it's really exciting. They'll probably have you do a lot of third gear pull logs where you're essentially going to start from like 2,000 RPM and all the way to redline. Eventually your tuner, or at least mine, is going to be like, okay, cool. Here's your final map. Everything looks good. This is going to be your beat log or your abuse log. And what you're going to do is go out and beat the living crap out of the car. Drive it like you stole it. Drive it like you're going to drive it after the tune's complete. Just have fun. Go out, drive it however you plan on driving the car when the tune is finished. And the purpose of this is to make sure that your car is able to withstand all these parameters. Then you're going to transfer that to your laptop again, attach it to the email, send it to the tuner. And then usually the tuner is going to be like, hey, we're all finished. Do you have any questions? Everything looks good. Here's your final map. Go ahead and delete the rest. And you definitely want to do this. Usually the map will be named final, which is a good thing. But you want to delete all of the other maps because while they are safe, it just doesn't make sense, right? You obviously want the map that's optimized for your setup and it's going to make the most power. If you are tuning for ethanol, flex fuel tuning is a little bit more extensive. It's going to be the exact same principle. It's going to go the exact same way. The only difference is going to be you're going to tune on your 93 first. You're going to basically go through all of these logs. You're going to do all your stuff. Not quite as long as a full tune. It'll probably be 6 or 7 logs. And then your tuner is going to say, okay, go ahead and fill up with your ethanol. And then you're going to fill up to whatever percentage they tell you to. And they'll tell you how to calculate all that and everything. And then you're going to do the same thing again. You're going to start over with the ethanol tune. You're going to do it all again. And then at the end, you'll have your flex fuel tune. If you're tuning just for straight 85, it's going to be the exact same as tuning for 93 or 91 or whatever your octane level is. It's nothing to be scared of. It's really a simple process and it's a very enjoyable one. It's very rewarding. Usually you'll get a valet map. You can ask for a burble tune or a crackle tune. Most tuners will provide those. Some have like a backfire flame tune, all kinds of crazy stuff. If you ask, they probably got it. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. This is a pretty simple thing to do. Like I said, let me know in the comments if you have any questions, but this is a highly requested video. I get constant messages asking me, how did you get your car e-tuned? How was the process? What do you have to do? And so hopefully this clears up some of those questions for our existing WRX owners and our new WRX owners. So hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. Leave me some feedback. Consider subscribing. Leave me a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.